Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is where you are. Hello. I would like to walk you through my newest little creation. I'm so obsessed with envelope albums right now, and I thought I would create one and show it off. So welcome to my bird theme album. My little crafting studio, I live in Central Texas at a lake, and we have the most amazing birds here. I am completely obsessed. My favorite are hummingbirds. Maybe one day I'll devote a whole album to that, but we get beautiful songbirds, cardinals, blue jays. We get these tiny little wrens, and they have inspired this album. I was sitting here one day watching them feed outside the feeder that's outside my window, and thought, you know what? They deserve a showcase, because there's got to be people out there that love birds as much as I do. So welcome to this album. And this, of course, is just what comes to my mind when I make it. So why don't we get right into this? So of course, this is, as I stated before, a envelope album, which is altered envelopes, that I take and I make them into a book. This is a stitched envelope. I'll show you that here in a moment. Let me go ahead and measure so I can get my ruler out of the way. So, of course, all my measurements are going to be very approximate. We're about, 5 by 5, a little over 5.5. But, that's like, this is a book, so it kind of gapes open a little bit. So, it could be a little smaller, a little bigger. Just bound together, and we'll get into that in a second, we're a little over 2 inches thick. It can be mushed, but nobody wants to do that. And you're going to fill it with stuff, right? Okay, so let's get into it. We are a total of 16 pages, so front and back, I count each of those as a page. And so we are 16 pages here. I have clipped on this cute little, and I'm sorry y'all, again, I'm not a photographer. I just really enjoy making these, and I like to show them to you. And of course, this one will be for sale in my Etsy store. Find the link and take a look and see if you're interested. So I used in this one some vintage jewelry pieces. So here's one, a vintage button, and of course some, vintage beads. And I tie this on with a bullnose clip with a little bit of altered lace right there. So it could be removed if you hate it, or if you wanted to use it somewhere else, right? Okay, and then of course I use a lot of embroidery floss. So let me set that to the side. This one is held shut with another like beaded piece. I'm gonna turn it over, and this is the back right there, right? You could even do something on the back. I just don't like to do that for me, because I always, I'm binding, like I've got a closure here, and I don't want it to rip anything off, but you can do whatever you want to do, boo. Okay, so I've made it to where you can just, it like goes on and off like that with this little bead closure. So anyway, let me bring that up to the camera so you could take a look at that. It's made from an old like necklace choker, I think. Anyway, so there's that. Let me put that to the side. All right, let's talk about this cover. So first thing you're going to see me fiddling with is this, another like pendant that I pulled off of like a costume jewelry piece, or it might have been an earring. I don't remember. Anyway, but it's like a red enamel, and it's pretty heavy. So it's real cute. It's put on with this, tied on with the embroidery floss, and we've got some lace under here. I'm going to bring this up a little closer. So these are the real feathers off some cardinals from my yard. And of course, throughout, you're going to find vintage images, repro. These are repro images. They're a little hardier than the actual thing. Those would not be good in albums like this. They would just fall to pieces. So anyway, these are repros. I ink up everything. I love that grungy, like distressed vintage look. Underneath, a little bit of muslin with a little bit of, like dyed inked gauze, and 3 vintage buttons. Over here, this little tag that, you can rotate, you know, if you wanted it out to the side or down, you could write on it. You could rotate it up to the top, whatever you want. It's up to you. And then, of course, you know, our title here, Fly. Okay. Moving on to page 2. And again, this is going to be really close to the camera. Sorry, because of lighting. So I have left, like I said, these were envelopes that have been cut in half. And so I have left the top of these open for you to slide things into. Like I've tucked in some things and I'll pull those out. But there's plenty of space in this baby. You know, if you're like a real bird watcher, hey, you know, your little notes or, you know, whatever you can, I mean, it doesn't have to be about birds. It's just bird themed. So you could turn this into whatever you like. So, here we've got, you know, 2 pages, a little like canvas tag tucked under. You'll find, vintage book pages throughout too. Those are the real deal. Here's the first thing I've tucked in is another, you know, vintage image. It's blank on the back. So you can, you know, jot your notes or take it out, use it in a different piece. Got another little tag over here. Now, remember, I love a good junk journal. So I'm going to use junk in it. So don't be offended if you find like things and you're like, what on earth does she do that for? So again, I'm going to have 2 pages in here that are made from a calendar. I mean, that's the whole point of it, right? Recycle. So, you know, this one's been inked and some images added. And then I try to give you a paper on the back. And I don't know, man, you could cut this off if it bothers you, but I kind of feel like it looks like lace, you know, but just paper. So I've left it on, do what you want to with it, but there's, you know, stuff on the back, a place on the back that you can write. So let me tuck that back in here. See, it just slides right in. And that's how all of those are. Okay, flipping over, little tab here. You know, this one is a great place. I try to leave at least a couple blanks so you can do your own thing. If you wanted to, like, you know, put something on there, glue it on, you do still have space. So this one's blank with that cute little tab. This one over here is a 2 pocket page. So here's one of our vintage field guides. I've tucked in, I think, 3 pages in this one. So, you know, you're going to have stuff on both sides, and you would have used this going out to explore birds, I guess, back 50 years ago, more 50 years ago. So anyway, that one's tucked here. There are 2 pockets. So you got one here and one here. Okay. And then, of course, another tag at the top. All right, flipping over, we have a pocket page here. So, you know, you can tuck stuff in here. I'm sending a altered playing card with a cute little bulb clip with some beading. Come what may and love it. Hey, sometimes that's what you have to do. So both sides. This one, you could add your own stuff to the back. I mean, of course, it's been altered with a book page, but hey, you do what you want to with it. It doesn't even have to stay in this album. You know, so that's up to you. Another little vintage image over here. I'll move this so you can see it. You know, like a little nest. I think this is towhee buntings. And this one's a pocket, you know, so you can slide something behind there too. But I put on this cute little like circle tag with this tiny little clip. All right. Okay. Oh, sorry. Also another, you know, large journal tag, whatever at the back. In the back side. Okay, here's a little waterfall album. I've just, you know, clipped this to the page with a paper clip with a little lace. And you got, you know, 3 pages here. So do what you want to with it. It's been stitched at the top. Keep it, throw it away, whatever you want to. Another page over here with a band made out of vellum, and another one of our little field guides here. So super cute. Sorry, I'm so not a videographer. I know my stuff always drifts. And I don't think I put in anything in this one now. So there's an empty one. You've got another pocket page here. There's 2 pockets. So, you know, 1 and 2. Lots of storage in this little album. So, you know, and you tuck it all the way down. Another field guide here. These are so cool. You know, this is the age where we all walk around with phones, but I mean, like, hey, people did used to have to use books when they were out. They couldn't look something up on Google. Here's a little flip page. I'm going to scoot this over so it all is on camera. Some, you know, altered paper there. Let's go. Here we have another pocket page with a really large journaling tag, you know, vintage eggs. And then, of course, Here, let me do this. I really do get backwards with myself. So you're going to have another, I'm trying to get my hand in here, another, you know, pocket at the top. Here's, oops, sorry. Here's another band, you know, that you could tuck stuff in, and I'm giving you one of my tiny little altered envelopes, and inside I've, you know, tucked in some, a couple of extra little things for you to do what you want to with. So some tiny tags, a couple of images in there. And you can, these make such a cool little addition. I mean, you could like glue it to, well, if you were going to glue it, you would glue it this way, or, you know, this way, so you can open it and still use the envelope, but you can, you know, ink them, write on them, whatever. But there's another little option for you. And of course, you know, another pocket at the top. You know, it's got some images in there. Okay. Oops. All right. And then last set of pages. This one, I would love this. So it's like it got a hidden tag. This one's not removable, but it is slidable. See? So you could slide it all the way in. And it's got on there this, oh, goodness, my goodness. Held on with a bulb clip, you know, this vintage little tag. I also have these for sale in my store. They make such a cute little like addition. And then we have another removable little like notebook thing that says SOAR. You know, so it's got, you know, a couple of pages. You can jot stuff down, or, you know, you could rip these out. It's like a textured paper, or, you know, something. So it'd be cool if you wanted to take it out and use it as something else. But anyway, that is there for you. And then of course, you know, one more of those repurposed tags there. So this is my, you know, homage to the birds. Oh, and then of course that back page. So as always, you know, if you're interested in that album, check my Etsy shop to see if it's still available. You can always reach out to me with questions or comments. I love to get feedback on it. It's, you know, so important for, you know, people that love to create, to get feedback. And then I just wanted to show off, I haven't decided if I want to drop these in my Etsy store yet. It is spring right now when I'm doing these, and I have these adorable little eggs that I made. It's like a, you know, vintage sewing pattern wrapped up with lace and a little bit of jute, and then my rolled paper roses. So anyway, just a secret little thing I'm going to show off. They may never end up in my album. They might end up on my coffee table. I don't know. Anyway, just as a little thank you for watching my video. Maybe it'll inspire someone. All right, I'm going to let you go. You guys have a great day, and thank you so much for watching The Paper Market. Take care.